Mark 8:31-38. Then he began to teach them that the Son of Man must undergo great suffering and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. He said all this quite openly. And Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. But turning and looking at his disciples, he rebuked Peter and said, "Get behind me, Satan, for you are setting your mind not on divine things, but on human things." He called the crowd with his disciples and said to them, "If any wish to come after me, let them deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For those who want to save their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake and for the sake of the gospel will save it. For what will it profit them to gain the whole world and forfeit their life? Indeed, what can they give in return for their life? Those who are ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of them the Son of Man will also be ashamed when he comes in the glory of his Father with the holy angels." This week we have continued our reflection on the traditional Lent scriptures. Each week we've taken the scriptures that the ancient church has read over and over again in this season of the year, and we've asked ourselves, what do we do with them? What do we hear? What do they mean for us? What do they tell us about who God is? This week's reading is really hard for me, and I'm guessing that probably for you too. You had this kind of reaction. What's up with Jesus calling Peter Satan? Feels a little harsh. They've been going through a lot of stuff. Maybe just be a little nicer. What we see in the reading is that Jesus begins by describing to his disciples that following Jesus is sometimes going to be extraordinarily challenging. There will be a deep cost. Jesus describes that he's going to go through suffering. And I'm guessing that the rest of the disciples who are also hearing this are thinking, man, if it's going to be hard for you, it's going to be hard for me. And in walks Peter. I love Peter for so many reasons, but one of them is that he just says the thing that's in his heart and mind. It's honestly the thing that's in my heart and mind often. He says to Jesus, hey, don't. Could we just not? Peter is ultimately trying to protect Jesus here, but he's also trying to get Jesus to maybe see another way around it. To find a Christianity, a mission, a faith, a discipleship that could be a little easier. Something that can go without the suffering, maybe go around the hardship. I don't blame Peter for asking for that, and I don't blame lots of us for asking for it either, because unfortunately a lot of the church spends a lot of time talking about all the ways that God can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise, but forgetting that Jesus took up his own cross and asks us to do the same. The reality of human life is that we would like to avoid the suffering. I would like to avoid the suffering. And yet I find myself in a broken world, and you do too. A world where things are not yet as they should be. And so what does it mean for us to be people who want to follow Jesus, who want to live out Jesus' mission, knowing the cost? I don't fault us for the temptation to avoid the suffering, and yet Jesus and Peter find themselves in the face of real human life. Life where there is betrayal, where there is pain, where there is injustice and hardship. The great thing about the God we serve is that Jesus doesn't ask us to do anything that he is unwilling to do himself. And so he finds himself taking up his own cross and inviting us to know that sometimes it really is that hard. The gift is knowing that even when it is that hard, we are not alone. We don't walk the most difficult roads alone, and we are not the ones out in front. Jesus goes before us and behind us, and Jesus has walked alongside each of us in the most difficult moments. To be a follower of Jesus means we cannot go around the suffering. But even in the suffering, we are not alone. Christ meets us there. Amen.
I'm a son of coal, the daughter of tar. From the dust you came, from the dust you are. We're not beautiful, not yet old, young heart. Yeah, the rain is yet to fall and make mud of my scars. So soon, my heart will know you. Without a veil between us, I'll see your face and become like you. I'm a son of a woman, a daughter of man. From the dust you came, from the dust I am. When I'd home, not yet old, a distant land. There's still a few roads left to travel without the sight of your hand. Yeah, so soon, my heart will know you. Without a veil between us, and I'll see your face and become like you, like you. And I'll see your face and become like you. Well, I'm a son of the valley, the daughter of fear. From the dust we're raised, oh, and to the dust we're reared. We're not whole, not yet old, but we're drawing near. There's still a few hours left tonight before the sun dries our tears. There's still a few hours left tonight before the sun dries our tears. Yeah, so soon, my heart will know you. Without a veil between us, and I'll see your face and become like you, like you. And I'll see your face and become like you, like you. And I'll see your face and become like you.